Hey guys. Well, I'm gonna do something I did last year when movies such as Curse of Chucky, Fright Night 2, and I Spit on a Grave 2 came out. When I reviewed the previous movies of them, since Leprechaun Origins is coming out straight to DVD on Tuesday, so I thought maybe I'd give a little rundown on the 6 Leprechaun movies. I mean, unlike last year when I did them just individually, I'll just do these ones all together in just one video because there's not really much to talk about with the Leprechaun movies. I mean, the Leprechaun movies have been hated for a long time. However, they've gotten some fans, like cult fan base, because of how silly, ridiculous, cheesy they are. Yeah, I kind of like them for that reason as well. Not all of them, but some of them. So I might just give a little start. Some of these, there's Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leprechaun 4 in Space, Leprechaun in the Hood, and Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Alright, so I'll start a little bit with some of these. It's going to be short reviews for each one of these just so I can fit all of them in this one video. Alright, so the first Leprechaun's about this guy who steals the leprechaun's pot of gold from Ireland and he brings it home to where he lives. And so then the leprechaun then follows him back to his house, and then the guy traps the leprechaun in this wooden box, and then 10 years later, the leprechaun, these people move into that house. One of them's played by Jennifer Aniston, I might add, making her first movie appearance over here. Before she was famous for Friends, before she married Brad Pitt. And so they move into that house, and then the leprechaun escapes from that wooden box that he was locked into, and he just wants to get back his pot of gold that was stolen from him. And the leprechaun's weakness in this was a 4-leaf clover, which is kind of silly, but maybe in a way it kind of could make sense because a 4-leaf clover is always supposed to be good luck, and obviously we know from these movies that the leprechaun is a bad guy, so obviously you're giving him something that's good luck to a bad guy. And Warwick Davis is the one who plays the leprechaun in each one of these movies, and he does a pretty good job. I mean, everyone else it's okay. I mean, they're nothing spectacular. Yeah, so I mean, I liked the first one because of how fun the movie was. And so then we have Leprechaun 2, which is not really a sequel. Well, actually, to be all honest, none of these Leprechaun movies, none of them, are actually even connected. I mean, they don't have any continuity, no same characters. The only thing that is the same is the Leprechaun, played by Warwick Davis. He always plays basically the same Leprechaun, but it's it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Controversial thing, I guess. How you can argue that he is the same character from the previous movies, or you can just argue he's just a completely different character. He's just a leprechaun altogether. Yeah, anyway, so the second movie is its own movie, as I just said. So in this one, the leprechaun is he comes back after 1,000 years, and he tries to reclaim a wife, a reincarnation of this wife he had back 1,000 years ago. So he kidnaps the girl. That's the reincarnation of and so then he has plans to have babies with her. So he'd be saying, "You're gonna carry me, wee ones," in that kind of voice. And the girl's boyfriend then steals a something a coin or something from his gold. So now he's trying to get that back from him. Yeah, so it did have a pretty interesting story, I'll say, and in a way I kind of do like the second one a little more than the first one because I also just like the characters in this one a little more, even though the actors in this are unknown. They're not really famous like Jennifer Aniston is these days. Yeah, but it just expand a little more of the story, how he's not just after a pot of gold, he's just also trying to get a wife as well. Yeah, so I like the second one too. And then came the third movie. The third movie's set in Las Vegas, so it's basically Leprechaun in Vegas, as they could probably also call it. that kind of would have made a better title than just Leprechaun 3. Sorry. Yeah, so like in this one, this guy's like selling this statue of him, a leprechaun, to this guy at a pawn shop in Las Vegas, and then the leprechaun then like comes to life, like after you're like removing, I think it was like a medallion, and so then the leprechaun like comes to life, and then like the guy like also like, tries to like, take the pot of gold from the leprechaun, but he manages to get like one shillet, like it's not called coin. He's not calling them coins in this one, just shillets, and he takes one from the pot of gold, and then like leprechaun realizes he is missing one, and tries to get it back, but then like that coin then goes to like other people, and they like find out when they have that coin they can make a wish, and whatever they wish for comes true, no matter what it is, comes right true. So then like that coin like gets passed down. Well, I should like say it gets taken from like other people. They make wishes, but then like when the leprechaun tries to get that back, he makes those wishes that people make like backfire on them. Like whatever they wish for now backfires on them. Yeah, so the third one was pretty good. I mean, it was like not as good as these two, but it was good. When, in my opinion, it's one of like the last good ones in the series. Like it was still like a very fun movie. There's also like I should also mention a like side story of like one of the guys gets like bit by the leprechaun. Now he's starting to turn into a leprechaun. And that was an okay story. I mean, didn't really add too much to it though. Yeah, so as I said, it's like one of the last good ones in the series. And now these three, let's do Leprechaun 4 in space, which is like the most hated one in the series, and to be honest, it's my least favorite. I didn't really like this one either. Like this one's like about the leprechaun like is now just in space, like no story of how like explaining how he's in space. He's just randomly in space, and like he's trying to become like the king of the universe, so he then kidnaps this alien princess and plans to marry her. And then like the government, yeah, like apparently the government knows there's a leprechaun. They send these Marines to kill the leprechaun, and which they successfully do. They blow the leprechaun into pieces. And then this one, the Marines, then just takes a piss on the leprechaun's blown up pieces. So then like the leprechaun just goes right inside him through his piss. And so then like after that, they go right back onto their ship, and then the leprechaun comes back to life by, I'm not kidding you when I say this one, he bursts out of the guy's penis. That scene was just all out stupid. It was not even funny. It was stupid. Yeah, so after that, he then like kills off like the Marines one by one, and he tries to like reclaim the alien princess that he kidnaps. So like now all of a sudden like he's getting her back, and and like it's just not really much of this one. It's like yeah, I mean it's silly, but like I'm not even gonna say it's not even like funny silly. It's just all out stupid. I mean the only thing that is good is Warwick Davis. Like so like even in the bad ones he was still good in the movies. Like I kind of feel like maybe they were trying to like pay homage to, or I should say like not really homage, but parodies some sci-fi movies, but it just didn't really work in this movie. So like, it's kind of funny too because in this picture like you see like the moon and like the American flag, but they don't even go to the moon in this one. Yeah, so this one was just all that stupid. I didn't really like this one at all. And so then came Leprechaun in the Hood, which was a little bit better than Leprechaun 4, so like, but like this one is not that good in particular, but it's a little bit better, so it's slightly redeeming. Like this one's about like this, like Leprechaun like in the third one he's a statue, then like he's found by this guy played by Ice-T. Can't find his name, but he's played by Ice-T. Then like he encounters the Leprechaun early in the movie, and like he gets a medallion on the leprechaun, which turns him into that statue. And then years later, he meets this kid who's like struggling to become a rapper, but he just rejects him. And so then like that kid then like basically brings the leprechaun to life by removing that medallion, putting it around his neck, and he steals this golden flute from the leprechaun, and when he plays it, he basically like hypnotizes people. Like he becomes a good rapper from that. So like he starts becoming famous. But now the leprechaun's going after him to get his golden flute back. But like this one was like, you know, just a decent movie. I'll just say, like, it's ridiculous funny. I mean, like, it's good enough for a laugh. It's not taken seriously, so it's a funny movie. I mean, but like it's not that good. Like, you know, it's not an overall good movie though. And then came Back to the Hood, which is my second least favorite in the series. This one was just pretty much forgettable. I don't really remember it very well, to be honest, so I'll try to, like, explain from what I do remember. Like, this one's about, this, priest that banishes the leprechaun to hell. Like, he, hid the leprechaun's gold, and then he banishes him to hell. And then these, a year later, these group of friends, like, they come across the leprechaun's gold, so they find it, then that brings the leprechaun back. And like the leprechaun just basically gets like beaten a lot in this one, which is kind of stupid because in all the other ones, all these ones, he's like, whenever he was in a fight, he always like manages to beat up that person. Like he just uses his magic or whatever. But in this one, he just gets beaten a lot. And this one was just pretty much boring too. Like it was very slow, pretty uninteresting. Didn't really care for it too much. Yeah, so didn't really care too much for Leprechaun Back to the Hood. I mean, I did, of course, like the beginning part where the priest banishes him to hell. I did like that part, give it that. And, of course, I'll also say Warwick Davis was still good in the series. And I think that's really all about it for this video. Sorry for the little stutter there. But, like, you know, my next video I'll review Leprechaun Origins. I mean, this one like does not have Warwick Davis as the Leprechaun. Instead, it's Hornswoggle from the WWE. So the WWE made that movie. So I mean, and I've heard it's not that good either. So I'll still see it no matter what. And like for all I know, maybe I'll like it or maybe I'll not, because I tend to disagree with reviews, critics, and whatnot. I tend to disagree with them. I tend to like movies that get bad reviews. As you see in all my other videos, I do like some movies that got bad reviews. So I'll see it no matter what, and so stay tuned. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday I'll do a review on that movie. Alright, take care.